Welcome in cadets. Today we're going to go over some starts and sits for week 7. Bye weeks are here. Things are about to get a little tough, but let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. Now, I think anytime I've talked about Elliott, it has been in the sit-em category this season, but this time around, Elliott has a nice matchup against Detroit. He gets Dak back as well, so the Cowboys offense should be clicking on all cylinders. This is a smash mouth matchup. Start Zeke. Finally, somebody on this Giants wide receiver core is healthy, and Robinson is the perfect fit for a coaching staff that drafted him. Think about it. Every wide receiver on this team they inherited by an older coaching staff. They might not be crazy about every wide receiver on this team. I love what Robinson brings to the table. With bye weeks here, Kupp, Diggs, Jefferson all on byes, Robinson should be considered for starts. Galladay is ruled out. Tony is ruled out. Shepard is lost for the year. If you're in a pinch or in bye week hell, consider starting Robinson as a wide receiver 3 or a flex option. Now, Jeff Wilson was going to be a sit for me before the CMC trade happened. Jeff Wilson still might be the featured back for this week. Christian McCaffrey only having 2 days to really get ready for this game. 49ers showed us they aren't afraid to abandon the run when they were behind last week. Playing Kansas City, it might be hard for them not to fall behind. Plus, we might have some factor of CMC being a part of this game plan. He might run some packages designed for him, but overall shouldn't be the featured guy this week. Either way, Wilson is a sit this week for me. Travis Etienne has really looked good the last 2 games. He's starting to hit his stride. And on the flip side of that, Robinson has looked a little sluggish. This might be the game Etienne finally gets into the end zone. Start Travis Etienne this week. Dolphins get back the QB who targets the wide receiver position more than any QB in the league. Waddle is one of Tua's go-to guys going against the Steelers, who rank 31st against wide receivers this season, giving up 37 points per game to the position. This is the perfect storm for Waddle and Hill. Mike Gesicki did his thing last week, but Bridgewater was the QB, and he's not going to be this week. Gesicki had 2 touchdowns for 69 yards. Tua's coming back, and like I said, he favors his wide receivers. Not to mention, Gesicki has been blocking more often this season in Mike McDaniel's offense. Please don't chase the stat line here. Sit Mike Gesicki. Now let's talk about Melvin Gordon. I understand Hackett said Melvin Gordon would start this week against the Jets. It might work out if he gets the volume, but just because Hackett said Melvin Gordon will start does not guarantee he will get majority of the carries. Keep in mind Gordon started last week. I can't trust the coaching staff in Denver right now. I have to sit Melvin Gordon. The Broncos defense is the only thing going right in Denver lately. Moore is ruled out of this game due to him crying about targets. Wilson and Davis being a big part of this offense, it's going to be hard to pinpoint who's going to have the better game. Broncos have allowed 3 passing touchdowns on the season, and 2 of those TDs were in week 1. So I don't think any Jets wide receiver is worth starting, even with major wide receivers on byes this week. Portland Sun had an awful game last week, but Sun needs to be the vocal point in this offense on Sunday. Only drawing 3 targets and basically 5 quarters of play cannot happen again. Jets have been solid against wide receivers lately, but those stats are a little misleading. They won against the Steelers with Mitch Trubisky, the Dolphins with a 3rd-string quarterback, and Green Bay with one of the worst wide receiver cores in the league. As I was making this video, Russell Wilson has been ruled out for this game, so I would say temper expectations when we're going to start Sutton and Judy, but they are still starts this week. Now let's talk about David Montgomery. Patriots have been lights out on defense. They are also top 3 against fantasy running backs this season. Bears head coach also came out and said they will be going with a hot hand moving forward. This might be the end for David Montgomery, because Khalil Herbert has looked like the better back for the past 6 weeks. He is a sit this week, and I would be looking to trade him for anything. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more fantasy content like this one, do me a favor, drop a like and a follow, and I will see you in the next video.